Woman yells at mall Santa, tells him, "You're not even real." Good evening. Welcome to the garage. It's November 30th, 2017. With me tonight, host at CMC The Show, host of TNF Wrestling, Thaddeus Smith.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen?
Former child porn star, rock and roll god, the Birdman himself, Walt Campos.
What's up, everybody?
All right, so yeah, this is in Toronto. Some fucking crazy fucking bitch walks up to a Santa in the mall, and she starts screaming at him, "Do you have a sleigh, you fucking dickhead? Do you have a sleigh? You're not magic. You're not even real. I heard about it when I was a kid," she yelled. "You're not real, man." And then, she went into, screaming, "You're a dick, dickhead, dick, ah," like waving her hands there. There's a video. It's a nice little treat. All the stuff that we're talking about tonight is on the Mendoza page on Facebook. It's up there already, and there is a video attached with the article. You got to see it. But like, what the fuck?
Wait till she finds out about the Easter Bunny.
So
somebody's been shitting eggs all over my lawn. I gotta blame somebody.
What do you do to make somebody flip out on a mole Santa Claus?
You drink a lot. You drink a lot.
She was molested by one of the Salvation Army ones one time.
Maybe. She sat in the lap and she got a little more than she asked for.
Yeah. "Hey, little girl, why don't you sit on my lap? Santa will talk about the first thing that pops up."
One thing we all know about from the last few weeks is back then, that was how it was done.
Sure. Harvey Weinstein loves Christmas.
Christmas
to him, it was Christmas every day. What are you talking about?
Nah, just let Santa finish on your face. Go back to sleep, honey.
There is starting to be a lot of backlash on that other stuff. With Angela Lansbury coming out and saying well, some of these fuckers are some of these women. You're kind of responsible that you didn't do anything about it then. Somebody fucking tried to say, "Hey, yo, suck my dick," and I'll let you do this, and you didn't say nothing.
Yeah.
And everyone he did it too, and none of you said nothing. So what do you expect is going to happen?
Yeah. Thank God she said it, because otherwise I would have.
I
don't have the clout she does.
So there's a lot, right? And then she kind of backpedaled anyway, because you have to backpedal or you'll get.
Oh, of course.
You have to, but you can't really blame them in that, because that's how it's done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, it goes to when we were talking about the Harvey Weinstein and Ben Affleck and all that other stuff back then. It's one of those things. Again, let me preface this by saying, not that it's okay that it happened, but when you're in a time where it's okay that it's happening, what are you going to do? Right? You'd like to think that not everybody's going to be a fucking scumbag and come on your face while you're sleeping. But, there's plenty of other shit. I mean, Harvey Weinstein was not the only guy in the history of movies that said, "Hey, baby, suck my dick, I'll get you a part."
No, of course not. He came from a long line of that.
There's probably a long line of
why the fucking casting couch porn is fucking popular. Okay?
There's probably a long line of, "Hey, baby, I'll suck your dick for this part."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's probably a long line.
There was just as many "Sorry, honey, you don't have the look." All right, do I have the look if I suck your balls, or?
Well, not really into the ball play though.
Just cock, only cock.
Just stroke the shaft, baby. Maybe scratch the taint a little bit. Scratch the taint.
Go from shaft to taint, no ball.
Right, just don't suck my balls, because that's not fucking cool, man. Don't do it.
You have sensitive balls, John.
It's not a jawbreaker. It's not.
Well, maybe you can get somebody to start with the licking a little bit instead of just chomping down on it.
Maybe I've just had bad luck. What can I say? Everyone loves my nuts.
And what was it too? Somebody else just Matt Lauer, right?
Wow,
Or
yeah.
Charlie Rosen. Since the last time we were on, Charlie Rosen.
Dude, it's fucking everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
Russell Simmons.
Russell Simmons, right? He had to step down from his companies.
Yep.
It's really the goddamn
As
epidemic.
somebody said, you don't step down from all of your entire empire if you're not guilty.
Right. Or settle in court, you know?
Right. Yep.
Sure.
So it's everywhere. It's kind of fun actually. You never know where the hammer's going to come down next. It's great.
Oh, it's a different person every day, so it's fun to watch.
It really is.
On that perspective, yeah.
And it's such a tricky thing too with the right, because let's realistically, right, the victim shaming is a thing, right?
Yeah.
Victim shaming is also a thing because there's been a plethora of fucking people that have lied about this shit.
Yeah.
Right. And look when the first thing you do is you grab the pitchforks and torches instead of actually like investigating, right? Like we've completely skipped over the investigating.
Yeah.
You're fired right away.
If someone gets accused, then someone either gets fired or the backlash or the media or the whatever, and then afterwards you find out like, oh wait, was she telling the truth? Because now somebody said something that doesn't sound like this, but it's like, if you even insinuate that you're like, all right, we heard your claim, let's look into it. Well, you don't believe me? Are you fucking victim shaming me?
Oh,
okay. Yeah, there needs to be some sort of due process of some sort, even in the court of public opinion. There needs to be something.
Exactly.
The good thing is that it seems that everybody everywhere is just kind of tired of all the bullshit. So,
yeah.
You know, this whole thing, again, the eating of each other, like Walt likes to put it.
Yeah.
It is. You see everybody calling each other out. It's specifically the people that were either calling other people out or support or financially supporting those folks.
Right.
You know, giving them the ability to do it by giving them their money.
Right.
That are the ones who are doing the exact kind of things they're speaking out against. So, like people.
The elitism of it all, yeah.
Yeah, so people get tired of that, and they're like, all right, you know what? You're all full of shit, so we can't listen to any of you. And then, you know, just things branch off and go differently from there. That's where things say, okay.
Absolutely.
All the nonsense that got us here, enough. And we're starting to get there, I think.
Yeah, Al Franken.
Exactly.
And then
you start to see...
And then you bring up Al Franken, and then you get the other side, which is the fucking hypocrisy of it all. Because Al Franken is one of the first people to come out and be like, "Well, this guy's an asshole. Look at him doing this shit?" And then it's like, all right, well, you have no skeletons in your closet, then I assume, right? Because if you're gonna jump out on the forefront and jump on somebody based on just somebody's opinion or their account of the situation, because who was it that I forget who it was now, because all the stories are starting to fucking blend together. But one story, the chick came out and she was like, oh, I met him at a party and this dude was totally racist to me, and he made ethnic jokes and this and that, and the guy came out and was like, wait a second, I remember meeting you, and I don't remember that going down that way.
That was the guy is actually in the movie, and this is terrible because this guy's in a lot of shit. He's actually funny, but I don't remember his name, and he is I remember him from the Chipmunk movies with Jason Lee.
Yeah.
And he's the bad guy. He's the nerdy bad guy. But that guy's funny dude. He's in a lot of shit.
Yeah. He's bald, wears glasses, a little short, right?
Right.
He was in was it Arrested Development or one of those other popular comedy shows? Yeah, you're right. The guy's in a ton of stuff.
ton of shit. Yeah,
But,
he's
yeah, I
good.
can't remember
He's
his name.
good. You know,
Right,
David
but you-
Cross. David
Yes.
Cross.
David Cross. Yeah, that's him. Yeah.
But yeah, you.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's
you
really
heard or read that story or whatever too, and he was like, "Look, dude, I remember meeting you, but I don't remember doing that because that doesn't
Right,
seem like
and
me, and
that's-
I don't remember doing it."
We actually read that on the show, but I don't know. It might be one of the earlier episodes that we couldn't get the
Okay.
audio from.
Okay, yeah, maybe it was that then. Yeah.
But yeah, but it's the girl who in the movie Knocked Up, the weird girlfriend that always hangs around the apartment with them.
Okay.
Katherine Heigl.
No, not her. The Asian girl. The that was the girlfriend of like who the fuck was it?
Oh, okay.
Was it Michael Cera's girlfriend? No, I don't think it. Maybe it was the other kid that fucking I don't know. I forget where that kid was from either.
We're
Whatever.
fucking doing great.
But it
We're
was-
research journalists here.
Did you say
I
Asian
don't
girl?
Yeah.
Yeah,
she's knocked up.
Charlene Yee.
Maybe I don't know.
Uh,
I have no idea.
I'm just looking it up on IMDb right now. That's
Okay.
Yeah, I figured.
that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
but like the basis of the story is like here's this woman that comes out and there was abuse. Now, granted, it wasn't sexual abuse or whatever, but tying into this whole like jumping to conclusion thing, it's like you hear that this person was wrong, right? And you're like, holy shit, this guy's an asshole. And then, you come to like look into the story just a little bit fucking further, hear maybe one other person's version of it, and it's like, oh shit, all right, but maybe this wasn't exact. Maybe we should put the fucking torches and pitchforks down.
Right.
Like,
right.
oh
yeah.
shit, all right, fuck.
I heard a good point.
Send out the group text. Tell the mob to be on hold. Let's gather some more information.
Right. Right.
But-
I heard a good point made on like Jeremy Piven, right? Jerry Piven, his big show, last big show was Entourage. All the stuff that they were doing was about Entourage. Was their Entourage. All the stuff, all the accusers were, Entourage kind of thing. Except the show Entourage is about all the debauchery that happens in that industry. So it's a show about debauchery based on the debauchery that actually already happens. So how can you expect to be on that set? You're on that set where the show is people, all these celebrities coming on and acting like themselves in real life, doing fucked up things.
Right.
And that's that's what you're doing. That's what you're portraying on your show at work. And then afterwards, you've been doing this all day acting it.
Right.
And that's how it really is. It's like it's giving you a license and free reign to do what you were going to do anyway, because the more you do it off the clock, the better you're going to be at pretending to do it on the clock.
He's a
You
method
become what you're pretending. You're a method actor. Exactly.
Right. So you can imagine it would have to be like fucking like John Belushi's life on that set.
Mhm.
It would have to be crazy.
Right. Right. Exactly.
So
Next-
like did he
Next,
really
you're gonna
play
tell
that
me
with-
some chick is gonna come forward and say that John Belushi did fucking coke off her tits. Like, oh, this is gonna be crazy.
Well, have fun calling him out. That's not gonna go over too well.
And again, see, and
Okay,
that goes back to the like the 80s, the early 90s, man. Shit was so much different back then. There was no fucking internet. There was no Twitter. This fucking journalistic, like everybody with a Twitter account to fucking like, breaking news and shit like that,
Right.
Oh man, like we look at Twitter, right? Because there are a lot of good apps that have good articles with their like aggregators. They pull all the articles about like your sports team, for instance. But and then part of that is that they have the Twitter feed. Like the writers get more prominence on them, but regular people can get in there too. But the thing is like it's the same thing. It's like 12 different reporters tweeting the same exact line within 15 minutes of each other. all day long.
Because it's not about being right; it's about being first.
But and they're not even being first; they're all saying the same exact thing.
Mhm.
So it's like, like so there. It's a, and what's worse is that it's a, you go on the app, right, and you open up your team's feed, and you can actively see the 12 comments where it's all the same comment, all by different people. So it's like, it's not even like they're pretending to be original or hiding that they're not original. It's just like,
you're also not a journalist anymore, too, because you're spinning whatever that headline is anyway. So,
actually,
you're doing it on partisan lines.
I'm like you, where I go crazy about that kind of thing, especially like twisting facts and stuff like that, and the objective journalism thing, right?
Right.
I was watching the other day. I was watching on HBO. They have I think it's HBO, it might be Showtime, but I think it's HBO. Good documentary on Rolling Stone magazine, whose editor was also a Kid Toucher. I think that's it. But they show different segments, like for instance, the movie Almost Famous was about Cameron. It was directed by Cameron Crowe. It was about Cameron Crowe working as a 16-year-old for Rolling Stone. Only it was Led Zeppelin that he was covering.
Right.
It was Led Zeppelin is the band in that movie.
Right.
And they have a segment on him that's in that, right? But the first one, they have Hunter Thompson covering. He's covering the Nixon and like the 72 campaign. Basically the time period from when Fear and Loathing is and all that other shit. And you're talking like 69, right? Where he's saying that there's no such thing, that all reporters, twist things, and all reporters do it on a partisan level. And this is like, 50 years ago now.
Right. Right,
so
right.
Maybe, the idea is supposed to be that they're objective and they're not supposed to be partisan. They're not supposed to split spin, but they've probably always been doing it.
Right, right. And maybe they've always been doing it, and now there's just so much more of it because of exposure,
Right. And exposure is a good point, because because years ago when we were kids, when we were like kids in like the early 80s, you only had the local shit. There was very few national shows. There was very few national anything, and most people relied on localities. So you got your local information, but you had no idea what was going on anywhere else in the country. So you had no idea.
Right.
You really didn't.
Right. You had your 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock news, and you had your 11 o'clock news, and that was it.
And that was it. And that's what you knew about the world.
Yeah.
Right.
And now we have ourselves, with our smartphones, actually filming ourselves and keeping ourselves in check, and filming every little thing that's going on and sending that to, whatever, ABC or, so anything that breaks down, anything that happens, any news that breaks out, there's somebody with a freaking phone that's, filming the whole thing.
Journalist.
Yeah, yeah. So
the weird thing, it's pretty crazy. It really is. It's like literally, especially depending on how much space on those fucking servers in Utah and what they're recording and everything. They say they can turn on your smart TV or they can turn on your phone and watch you from it, and I don't doubt that that's true.
Yeah.
That's in WikiLeaks. They said that the Samsung TVs can actually record you. So.
Yeah, it's so like it's a fucking, it really is Big Brother. It's a fucking odd thing. Like world's living,
We've actually become Big Brother, and the thing is that we did it to ourselves.
Yeah,
we did it to ourselves.
We almost asked ourselves to do it to ourselves too, with all the shit that we fucking between reality TV and everything else, and
Well, that's one thing that I always think about. As much as we talk about how bad the episodes 1, 2, and 3 are of Star Wars, there is that one line where fucking they elect Palpatine as the Emperor, right? And she's like, they're like, that's how democracy dies, or some shit like that, with the thunderous applause.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's true. That's how civilizations come down, by the masses thinking fucking, you know, they're doing what's right, and they're actually fucking killing themselves.
Right.
And you can track that through history. I mean, every civilization through history is the same.
Rome,
literally the same thing.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, like the whole thing. Like
moving on.
Yeah, just to.
No, I guess we're not moving on.
No, just to finalize to that point, right? Like, perfect example, like Palpatine, right? Trump going on right now. Everybody and their mother thinks that they've got the dirt, that impeach now, and there's that. Really? Look, the guy's a fucking total fucking douchebag. He has no fucking sense of, I don't know, reality, I guess. But really, like, this is what we're gonna. He's still the fucking president. Whether you fucking voted for him or you like him or what, he's a fucking president of the United States. And unfortunately, to some degree, that grants him a certain amount of fucking leeway and respect and whatever.
Not to get political, and I'm gonna steer away from this like right now.
Sure.
But he does it on purpose. I read his book. He does it on purpose. He operates.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's something that he does on purpose. So like, now how much of this is on purpose, and how much of it is that he's overboard because he's crazy? Well,
yeah.
I'm sure.
I think a lot of it is the fact that he's Donald Trump, and he's been Donald Trump for fucking how many years?
And he can do whatever the fuck he wants, just like Harvey Weinstein did whatever the fuck he wanted because he was Harvey Weinstein. You know, same thing. It's the same.
Grab him right in the pussy.
Exactly. Grab him by the pussy. Roll him over your shoulder like six pack. Yeah. Yeah. I'll be fucking labeled for that one. Anyway, moving on. Quack doctors jam metal cup into patient's butt. Yeah, that's nice. A 60-year-old guy in India walks into a doctor's office because of a stomach ache. So they do an X-ray and they find a metal cup shoved up his ass.
Which way was it facing? Was it half full or half empty?
Was it collecting? Oh, horrible. The local quack doctor had earlier convinced him to shove the cup up his ass to cure a stomach ache. So it took an hour and a half to remove the drinking utensil from his anus, after which the man said, "I've learned the lesson of my life. Never go to a quack doctor." The cup, by the way, was 8 inches.
Oh.
Now that also on the page, they have a video in the article of them removing the cup from the guy's ass. And there's also in the article there's an X-ray of they show the X-ray, and it looks like a big cup, and it looks like it's deep in his ass.
Like it was a junior metal cup.
It was, I don't know, man. You see this thing? It looks like
it was a junior mint.
Now here's the crux of the story too, right? Again, right? Everybody's gonna see this article and be like, "What fucking doctor tells you to put a fucking cup up your ass?" Right? That's what we are wondering, right? What fucking guy goes to a doctor, hears, put a cup up your ass, and you're like,
"I'm gonna put it." Yeah.
Well, he has a degree.
What the worst part is that he didn't have a degree. He's just some local guy.
Yeah,
you know, like the medicine man.
But fucking, why would you?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, can't get fooled again.
Do you want the QR? He probably told his buddies, "Hey, watch me put a cup up this guy's ass.
This guy's ass.
And I'm gonna get away with it too."
If you want the cure, you sit in your asshole.
Yeah.
The whole thing, without breaking it. Oh, that sounds reasonable.
Yeah.
You got any lube?
I mean, at some point in time, us as fucking humans have to take some responsibility, no?
I mean,
Jesus
just
Christ.
this is only like 6 inches.
Yeah.
So,
so
it's like shoving
a little bit bigger than that.
A can of Coke up your ass. Yeah, it's like imagine shoving a can of Coke up your asshole.
Fuck, man. I don't know, man. I don't like. I've heard some doctors and some weird things and whatever, and you know, they say they want to check me with a fucking finger. I'm like, whoa, easy there, doc.
See, this is where perspective is important, though, because that's in India, and I read the paper enough. Shit like this seems to happen in places like India all the time.
Yes,
you don't hear about that shit happening.
That is true.
You don't hear about that happening in Bushwick.
Mm-hmm.
Although you'd like it to.
This, I don't know. Walt's back to his book of cocks again.
He's actually the one that had all the jars of cocks, right?
Horrible. He's the one with the cup inside out.
No.
I need a stool sample. What? Oh.
Yeah.
Doc, I don't think that's how you're supposed to collect it.
I'm sorry. Who came to who for help, all right?
One of us is a professional here, right?
That's even iffy.
Horrible. All right, so man carries horse, bites through metal to prove his strength.
Oh.
Yeah, this one's interesting.
This is one of those
38-year-old
strongman
Ukrainian,
competitions, right?
Yeah. 38-year-old Ukrainian strongman and former circus performer
That's awesome.
performs extraordinary feats, including bending metal rods with his teeth, carrying fully grown horses, lifting 335-pound stones with one hand, and lying down on a bed of nails while 3 concrete blocks weighing 1,500 pounds are smashed on his chest with sledgehammers. His height and weight are unknown. He's gained mythical cult status on bodybuilding websites, who are calling him the strongest giant alive.
It's Fessick.
Fucker. It's Fezzik. Fucker carries full-grown horses. I mean, a horse is got to be like, what does a horse weigh? 2,000 pounds? Well, I don't know if it's that big, but still, it's got to weigh 1,000 pounds.
Something like that.
And like, a horse could kill you if that fucking thing kicks you.
Oh, yeah.
Besides the fact that they're fucking, I mean, what's he doing with the horse's cock when he's carrying it around?
Yeah, like if it starts to get erect and pokes him in the ear a little bit.
You smash him in the fucking face,
You just giggle and keep walking, or do you move it?
Ha ha ha. It's like, he what he uses it as, what it is? He holds it around his neck. For him, it's like one of those beer cups. He just walks, and that's how he gets his strength.
Like, hey, horse, get that out of my face.
Oh, horrible.
Yeah, right. I mean, more impressive than actually lifting a horse, as impressive as that is he's gotta like talk to the horse first. Like, all right, I'm gonna pick you up, I'm gonna carry you. Don't freak out. Don't kick me. Don't shove your cock in my ear. All right.
Like, how does he do it? Does he stroke him and calm him and ease him into it like that, or just come in like clubs him over the head and throws him over his shoulders like
knocks him out like a fucking cave woman, thunk, and drags her home.
The guy from Blazing Saddles.
Exactly, Mongo.
George Papadopoulos.
Mongo.
Jesus,
horrible.
Man.
Yeah, so I mean, although Walt and I were lucky enough, we saw a strongman competition. We sat in the 4th row to see Arnold Schwarzenegger give Sylvester Stallone the Lifetime Achievement Award for his commitment to excellence in athletics.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was actually really cool. We were like right there. I mean, like right in there, and at that thing they had dudes were carrying, basically it was like, what the fuck was it? They had these giant, it was like the foundation of a house that they had to carry up a ramp or some shit like that on stage in front of everybody.
Right. Yeah, that was wild.
I'm not gonna lie, man.
Some
when
shit.
ESPN used to cover those things regularly, I always watched that shit. It's fascinating to see these guys, and it's like pick up this boulder and put it on this block. Now pick up this boulder and put it on this block that's 6 inches taller.
But it's crazy though, and I mean these are big dudes, but like they're not so big that you would think that they'd be able to do that crazy shit. Like, what do you do to that guy if he could lift up a truck? If he could lift a truck, what, you punching him is going to do something to this guy?
Yeah, you don't mess with that guy ever.
You know what I mean? Like, it'll be like the X-Men when you hit the dude. It's just they like, what? You just hit me? What was that?
One of those things like he goes to like pick you up and by accident he tosses you to the moon.
Right. I mean, like these guys are like are monsters. I was on an elevator with Butterbean once, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nicest guy in the world, but he's not even that big.
Yeah,
he's not even that big of a guy. I don't want to get hit by that dude.
Mm.
Yeah.
So like it's not just his size that makes him strong. 'Cause that's a strong dude.
Oh, sure.
Already, you know what I mean, and his size helps him. But he's not as big as you would think for all the fucking brutal knockdowns, you know? Nice guy, though, too, by the way. One of the nicest guys you'll ever meet.
I saw that guy at Chiller Theater about a month ago. He was there. Yeah, he was one of the guests that were there. So I got to see him kind of up close. So he didn't look like a big guy or anything.
Yeah, although he says, according to him at those events, the hardest thing to do is take a leak.
Really?
Yeah, because you get mobbed going. You leave your booth or your table, whatever, wherever they have your stations. They mob you on the way there. You are in the bathroom. You have dudes trying to shake your hand while you're taking a piss. You know, like, oh, hey, Butterbean, how you doing? Fuck, you know.
That's the other thing too, man. Just the fucking, just as a fucking people, as a society, we have fucking lost our way, man. Like you want to talk to the guy? Cool. You're trying to shake the guy's hand while his hand is on his dick. You want him to turn and face you too while he's fucking pissing?
It's
I'd be like, hold on, wait for the shake.
Yeah.
All right, there you
go. Right after you shake it more than twice, you play with yourself.
Yeah, everybody's got a fucking joke too, right? Like he's never fucking heard that one before.
I like Walt's joke. Walt, every time he walks into a bathroom, he screams out, "This is where the dicks hang out."
I just want to kill the awkwardness, everybody. All right, have a good time.
Tip your waitress. I'll be back.
That's why, like, you
take care of the Kinko's guy.
Comic Cons or even the smaller cons or whatever, the hot chicks always have like a fucking escort to the fucking bathrooms and shit.
Oh, sure. You know? Yeah, you never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, you gotta. Especially with nerds who walk around with swords and shit.
Yeah.
They sell swords at these fucking things. You have to protect the ladies.
Yeah, sure. And even if there's not a malicious bone in anyone's body, right? You still need to escort her because again, if the second she steps out of that booth, how many people are trying to take a picture, or how many people are trying to get a picture with her, or trying to grab her, or shake her hand, or whatever,
I had a friend that at one of the Comic Cons, she's a model, and at one of the Comic Cons, she had a really great get up, and it was right after I got married, so I was going to take my wife over to meet her, and but she was mobbed, so that like I couldn't even get to her say, hey, what's good to say hello to a friend of mine.
Yeah.
So it gets fucking pretty nasty. So I can imagine, you would have to do it. But at the same time, I hope at some point, for the Mad Dozer Presents, for Mad TMC, for us to be at one of those shows with the models who are getting mobbed.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because that's another goal that I have, though, is to have for us to do conventions and have a presence at these things where some of the artists that are there are coming on our show, where the people that go there are watching our show, and we're going there and have a booth. They come up to us and they do some, you know what I would really like to do? I would like to do a all-day podcast from Comic-Con. Like we were at Comic-Con with the table. And obviously you take breaks, you go back and forth, you have the cameras on us where we're facing the people. with cameras on us.
Sure.
A camera on us, with mics. Another camera that's above looking at the people that we can switch back and forth to. You know what I mean? And do an all-day thing. Where guys, we go out and do things. And like 2 people sit down and do it. You grab some person over, get them on the show,
Schedule guests, have a rotation. Absolutely.
Right. Exactly. Yeah,
I'd actually
have those hot chicks.
I'd actually looked into it a few years ago for TMC. It's so much harder to get a fucking booth these days. Like back then, it was just like
I know. It was like $300.
You sign up, you pay some money, or you get whatever.
Yeah.
It's
more like that down here.
What's that?
It's more like that down here. You could see. I could do that now down here. I could pay like $400 and get the table.
Yeah, and just get a booth and do it. Yeah. But
not New York.
No. New York Comic Con is it's gotten way too crazy. It's it's hard enough. Honestly, it's hard enough as somebody that's gone to Comic Con, except for 1 year, because we had plans early enough, and it happened to be the same weekend. Especially with our anniversary, John is fucking usually either on the weekend or right around it, right?
I know it is. That's pretty much exactly. I mean, look, it was our anniversary when they had it. The last time I went.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Even getting a ticket as a person that's gone for the past. I forget exactly what I did the math one time, but it's like 7 out of 8 years I've gone now, or something like that.
It's almost impossible to get a ticket, just an individual ticket. It's almost possible, right?
Yeah, you have, in order to get any kind of early registration, you had to have gone the year before. And if you want this one, you have to do that. And if this, and then it's if you don't get the early, you get it. And it's like if you're trying to sign up that day, dude, tickets are gone, man.
Yeah. You can't just say, "Oh shit, Comic-Con, let's go."
Yeah. And you can't even be like, "Oh, let me get like 3 tickets for this day, and I know someone will go with me, so I'll give it for this." But you gotta register for an email and this and that and whatever. So,
well, comics is all this stuff. It's basically a giant hype machine. It always was. Like books were printed based on speculation because they figured, because eventually, this is going to be worth this much money if I hold on to it for a certain amount of time, right? So they started doing stupid shit, and they've always been like a hype-based business and just get you to buy their bullshit. So like right now, Batman like Detective Comics, right? All of DC's books are bi-monthly. So Batman comes out every 2 weeks, not once a month anymore. So when they say Batman sold 100,000 copies this month, it's actually 50,000 copies each. But it's looking as Batman with the sales as 100,000 copies that month. So like DC slashed all their titles. They started over with everything from scratch. It's like they completely wiped everything out. So you have no idea what you're getting with any of the stuff other than the movies and everything. But it's really not about the titles. It's really not about the characters. They are just having ways. If you collect Batman twice a month, you have to buy the comic instead of once a month. You have to buy it twice a month. So they're hitting people up on the characters they know are gonna sell, and they're hitting like, you're gonna come out with a book every 2 weeks. What's the quality of that book that you're coming out with?
Yeah.
The collectability. What's that? What's the collectability? Because you're printing 100,000 copies of the same book, so that they're not worth anything. They're worth $3. The same $3 to pay for it 12 years from now.
Yeah.
Collectability is another thing. That's another reason why people get into it. So it's so it's really wonky. It's all basically hyped to sell the movies, to sell toys, and not really about the books and that anymore.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Because comics was just I'm not into the collecting anymore. I still like to keep up with them if I can. I enjoy reading them if I come across them or whatever. But like to do like the collector thing, I can't anymore, man. But I remember back in the day, I used to love going to like the local comic book store, and you thumb through a couple of things, see if there's anything cool that catches your eye. You talk to the guy, you get the new issue of whatever it was that you wanted at the time, the whole ritual of that.
I have an impressive run of detectives. I have an impressive run of Detective Comics from doing that in the 300s and 400s, where I look to try to look at my back issues, and comic stores don't have anything below 600 anymore. Everything, and that's the thing. I'm looking to fill in 300s and 400s, and they don't have anything below 600. So, but then look, and they're at 900, which is cheating though, because again, Detective Comics and Action, which is Batman and Superman, Detective and Action are the only ones they didn't start over. They kept with the original numbering.
Okay.
But they're coming out with 2 a month. So instead of instead of like 60 books taking 5 years, 60 books is taking 2.5 years to put out. And it is a big difference. So now they're not carrying issues from 700 down on the shelves, because they're coming out with these bi-weeklies. So now if you're a collector, it's more difficult to go back and find those back issues to fill in your what you need.
And then along those same lines with that is now these guys that do have those comics that go to the Comic Cons, but they're bumping those prices up now because you can't get those anywhere anymore.
Yeah, I mean, books that I bought for $3 that years ago you would have found in a 50-cent low box, they're selling for $40 now. They're booking at $40-$50. I have books in there that I paid like $2 for that are booking for $40 each. It's like, what the fuck? It's like you couldn't get these away fucking 20 years ago, and now what? It's because you just can't get them.
Yeah, and the idea of collecting is so much more of a business now than a hobby, let's say, that it used to be.
Right. Right. Yeah, it's definitely very. It's so funny because it's very corporate and very shallow. It lost the personal connection, and it's all about people being part of the club instead of really knowing the characters and being one with the characters and enjoying them like you do. Like you had a baseball player as your hero. Some people have Captain America as their hero. Now it's not really like that. It's a hype thing. Or you love him from the movies. Oh yeah, because everybody else loves him. Rah, rah, just like everything else.
Yeah, it was cool when he took down that helicopter with the thing and it. No, like that. No, that didn't happen, dude. That's a movie thing.
Right. But there's no substance behind it. There's no, and then on the other end though, they're the ones that still do have that, and then they are elitist nerd assholes. And it's like, dude, come on! It's a guy in a leotard. It's not even fucking real. It's a dude drawing pictures of men in tights. So come on, fucking stop.
Sure.
Have
you ever met Stan Lee?
I never have. That's a shame. I never have.
That's one of my bucket list items, and every day that fucking bucket gets shallower and shallower, man.
Yeah, it's true.
You better do it quick.
Yeah.
People drop off left and right. That's the hard part of getting old. By the time you're able to afford to find a way to meet these people, they drop off.
Yeah. See, I just asked because I know, like with Florida, there's a couple of different conventions that you can attend and stuff like that, and he does still do like a few smaller ones still. Like Stan Lee is one of those dudes that is actually still out there. Like he goes to these.
Yeah. They have one here about a month from now that I'm not going to go to because the venue sucks. It's too small. It's like too many people packed into too small an area, and I can't fucking deal with that. Now that I'm older, I purposely pay more money so I don't have to be in that situation. Yes. I want people to fuck away from me. You know what I mean? I want ballroom. I want a fucking man spread. I want to fucking, I need space. Fuck off. Get away from me. Don't breathe on me. Don't touch me. Don't look at me. Fuck off.
And that's the one thing, as big as the fucking Javits is in the grand scheme of things, it's tiny for what Comic-Con has become. And I think that's the other reason too. They started making a little more, not only just for scalpers and this and that, but just to kind of like, because in past years it was just like, oh, you want a ticket? All right, let's just keep printing tickets as long as people want them. And then you get to the point where it's like, you have 8,000 people,
Yeah, I don't mind that. I don't mind them limiting people. That doesn't bother me at all. I prefer to go on the days, either on the Friday or the Sunday. When Friday is good because you get a early jump on scene what's there when a lot of people are still at work because of whatever. But you don't see, and they still have some of the good panels and everything. Sunday doesn't have as many of the panels. They don't have as much as the cool stuff. But what Sunday does have is if you're there to collect a lot of people it's getaway day, so they're going to give you the best deals on Sundays. So
Exactly.
Best, if
I like Sundays for hitting up like Artist Alley and stuff. Yeah, because they're like, hey, you know what? This one's 50, this one's 20, but if you get both, I'll give it to you for 60. Like shit like that.
And the other thing is that on Sundays, because there's so few people there, the celebrities that are there are more accessible. They're walking around when you bump into them because they're literally in their booths and they can just walk around because it's just not as many people mobbing them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I met the Highlander. That's how Adrian Paul. That's how I met him, and he tweeted about my kid. It was great.
That's awesome. I remember that.
Yeah. So that was awesome. So that, you know what I mean, like you get those, like a Saturday, you're not getting that opportunities because there's so many people in there. You're lucky you can walk around. You're lucky you get to turn around the room to see everything.
Yeah, and the other, and this goes back to like some of our other conversations too, like just the fucking humans in general right now, dude. How many people just are walking down the middle of the aisle, fucking 2 miles an hour, and then they just stop.
Oh God!
And it's like, fuck you, dude, man.
They're just stopping. I can't.
Holy shit!
That's the thing I hate most about when I'm driving, though. And I don't know. Walt will tell you, I'm a road rage fucker. I get road rage, because people do dumb shit, and you're in a car. If you do something dumb, you can kill me.
Yeah.
So you can't do something dumb because I want to go home. You know what I mean? And so I flip out a little bit, but like I can't stand when people move in front of you and then slow down.
Fuck. The one of the things that drives me the most insane is when there's not a goddamn thing behind me. You can see the flat earth behind me, but you fucking pulled out in front of me from your stop sign and you're going slower than me. If I hit my brakes, you fucked up.
Yep.
Fuck you.
It drives me fucking nuts.
Wait fucking 7 more seconds. 7 more fucking seconds in your life.
Right. You don't need to be in front of me.
Go, whatever fucking speed you want.
Really, I mean, in life, it's okay to suck, but suck over there. Yeah. I'm a winner. I want to win.
You can be an asshole. You can be a fucking shitty person. Do it in your fucking space, not mine.
Right. Well, that's one of the things. Like I don't care what anybody does. I don't care what you do. Just don't do it near me.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I think it's a simple philosophy.
Yeah. Because I get it. Like you see these people sometimes, like they slow down. Like you can tell like they're looking for an address or they're looking for a house color or something. That's fine. But you know what? There's a fucking driveway over there. There's no parked cars over there. Pull the fuck over. Let me pass you, and then go as fucking slow as you want. I hope you find the place. I hope you reach there safely. I hope you have a great time there. But get the fuck out of my way right now.
Right. You're in a car. There's a reason a car exists. To get from here to there. I'm trying to get to here from there. I don't know what the fuck you're doing. Sucking dick and playing games. I don't know.
Well, they're probably into fucking ball licking too, right, John?
I am thinking, and I'm surprised there isn't something like this already. No, ma'am. Married Children, no, ma'am.
Oh, yes, yeah, okay.
National Organization of Men Against Amazonian Masterhood. I can't believe, and I've tried to find it, but I can't believe there isn't an actual chapter of that. The Chicago chapter of No Ma'am. I can't believe that it's not actually real by now.
Yeah, right.
And I'm thinking about this because of all the Harvey Weinstein stuff and all the sexual harassment stuff, and and then all the people saying, "Oh, you people are full of shit. You do it. You take one in the mouth. You told me it was your idea." I'm surprised there isn't a organizations of men who are like, well, fuck you. That's how it is. So I'm seriously thinking about maybe we should have a chapter of No Man. Like somebody should do this.
Let's go, John. You can be the champion that we need.
Maybe that's my dharma. That's my purpose for being on the earth. Okay, moving on. Here's one from Walt. Argentina's Lorena Bobbitt, 26-year-old, cuts off man's penis with garden shears. So she claims he's a friend of her brother's, so she let him in the house and he tried to rape her. So his lawyer claims that they've been dating for 2 years and they were playing a sexual game where he was blindfolded. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't know what fucking game involves blindfolds and fucking garden shears near my cock.
I've never heard of such game.
But that's not a game I'm going to play.
No.
It's not an Argentinian game, I can guarantee you that.
Well, apparently that's what she told him.
It's okay, baby. You put these on.
Horrible.
Well, we like barbecues over there, so maybe it was just one for, to put on the grill or something.
Garden shears. Whoosh.
Yeah, he must have done something.
Yeah, no, I'm going with her story.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Because what guy voluntarily says, yeah, I'll let you put this blindfold on me and kind of tickle my cock with that.
Although there are people that are into like knife play and shit like that, so
Fucking like
garden tools and
people are fucked up. People are into some sick shit, man.
Yeah.
Fucking Richard Gere shooting gerbils up his ass. What the fuck?
That was a true thing, right? From a while back?
Well, I don't know if it's true, but every time I hear about somebody putting a fucking metal cup up their ass, I think that it probably is true.
Yeah, was there a gerbil in the metal cup when he shoved it up there?
It's a good question. No.
Because then it would at least make a little bit more sense to me.
However, if that's the case, then what we know is that the cup was facing down. Because if the cup was facing up with the gerbil in there, it has to get out somehow.
That's the fun of the game.
Well, the thing is, once the witch doctor knocks you unconscious, you don't know which way it's going to go.
I just imagine this guy with like a staff with skulls on it being like, put the cup up your ass.
I once went to a Metallica show where I bought the ticket from a guy who had a stick of skulls and a ticket.
Did you get more than you bargained for with that ticket?
Oh, I did. I think I talked about this. Yeah. I was in the garden with 3 of my buddies, and my sister's boyfriend was at the same show, and he's the one who he actually paid for the ticket, and it looked all fucked up. It looked like somebody printed it on their printer at home. So I went to the security guard and I said, I just bought this this bum over there with a stick of heads and this ticket. Is this real? And the guy's like, I don't know. This doesn't look good. Go ask this guy over here. And I go up to him and I tell him the same thing. I don't know. This doesn't look good. Go ask this guy over here. And he did like 3 or 4 times. So before I knew it, I was in my seat. Or in somebody's seat.
Oh, fuck. Security in the 90s, man. It was fucking great.
Yeah, or that could never happen now, ever.
No.
So, and like, wherever the seat wasn't even anywhere near my buddies were, but I would just want to go and sat with them anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And my sister's boyfriend who was at the show, comes up from, he's all the way on the floor. And we're in the rafters, and he comes all the way up there, and he throws this thing in my hand, piece of paper in my hand, right? And it's hot. It's like August. Sweating my ass off in the garden, right? He throws this piece of paper in my hand, and he's like, here's 4 hits of double-sided acid, do what you want with them. So, of course, either it's double-sided, so one side is right in the palm of my hand. All the sweat and everything in the palm of my hand, it's just like in there, right? So that's 4 hits right there. And I cut up the pieces with I had a little Swiss Army knife with a little blade. And I cut the thing into 4 pieces, right? And I tried to give one each to my buddies. So I took one and tried to give one each to my buddies, and they, one of them didn't want it, so I had to take that one too. So it's like 6 hits or something like that, whatever it winds up being, right? And fuck, I was flying. And it was like crazy because they do this stunt where a guy falls from the rafters and he's on fire, right? It's fake, right? And I'm like wrecked, and I knew this was happening. And the people behind us like, oh my god, is that real? Oh my god! And we were like, oh, we're fucked up. We're like, what? You didn't realize that was real? But it was, and then we get on the train and we're going back, and the one guy who's sober is supposed to make sure that we get home okay. And I jump up and like, we're going the wrong way. And I jump up and I go running off the train. And they had to go and grab me and pull me back off the train. And we go one more stop. And the sober guy is like, hey, wait a minute. We are going the wrong way. Nutty night. It was nuts.
Yeah, fucking things of fucking legends.
Yeah, I don't even know how we got on that subject. And I'll have to document. I'll have to cut that out because that's not something you want to know.
What, the witch doctor part or the acid part?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. The part with the cup shoved up your ass with a gerbil in it. It would have been so bad if the gerbil wasn't pregnant.
Yeah, well,
So, a man falls asleep in a dumpster, gets stuck in a garbage truck for hours. Philadelphia firefighters took more than 2 hours to free the man from the truck's compactor section. He fell asleep in a dumpster and he got tossed in, like like the thing, boom, when he got tossed into the thing, right? So it starts crushing him in there. You get trapped in when they compress everything. And so when they pulled him out, he was covered in loose garbage when they freed him, and he had leg, hip, and abdominal injuries. Philadelphia, ladies and gentlemen.
Enough said.
How horrible would it be to get crushed to death in a garbage truck?
Pretty horrible.
Like that's a shitty way to go.
Apparently, really fucking horrible because it doesn't kill you right away.
Right. You're in there. Like I would think that you're in there. You get like a pancake, like Star Wars pancake.
Yeah.
Apparently not. You just get kind of like crushed in it a little bit, and you just bleed out. You're sitting there under garbage until you either suffocate from being smothered by garbage, or you just bleed out underneath it.
Yeah. Also, too, like the 2 hours that it took, was that like the 2 hours from when he got thrown in till they got him out, or did they realize and then still took 2 hours to get him out?
I have to believe that it was 2 hours since they realized he was there. Like they had to like unlock that compactor without crushing him somehow.
Yeah,
it's not just the metal; it's all the shit that's in there.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting crushed in dirty diapers and fucking vomit and all kinds of nasty shit like rotten food, tallow,
somebody's fucking cum rags.
Yeah, exactly. Tampons. Dirty tampons. Dog shit.
That's definitely the weirdest near-death experience. It would have to be. It would have to be.
It's not much better than it happened to you when you lived.
Also, too, was this like some like homeless person or just some dude who was like, I'm tired. What's around? Dumpster.
That's the thing.
Happened there.
They don't say in there. They think maybe he was homeless, but they originally suspected it happened. The dumpster belonged to a halfway house. Like one of those places where people get out of prison and they go into the halfway house so they can get their shit together before they go. And but like it was like one of those places where they could check out. They have to check back in at night. They could go out and do things in the day, but they have to check back in at night. And they thought he escaped from there. But they said they did roll call and it, everyone was accounted for. But he probably did escape from there though, because if some crazy guy, some ex-con escaped from my facility and he got caught in the garbage truck, were right there. Like I could say, no, that couldn't have been the guy. You know, you could save the guy some embarrassment of being the dude caught in the garbage truck by saving you your job, or you know, by not letting the guy out of prison. No, that didn't happen to us. Everybody's here.
Yeah,
and nobody said.
Fuck.
What a horror, man. That's a horror. I would have even thought of that. Like, if all the ways you think about the horrible ways to die, I never would have thought getting crushed in a garbage truck.
Yeah,
I should have thought of it, though.
Over the course of a few hours.
Right. You know, you slowly digest it over a millennia.
Mm-hmm. Goddamn Sarlacc pit of garbage.
Horrible. That's nasty shit right there.
It's like, if I could just get the fucking Tide bottle out of my ass, this wouldn't be so bad.
So that gives me an idea. Then we're gonna have to do a show on the worst ways to die. But I think that one takes the cake. Although
it's the fucking leader in the clubhouse for now. That's for sure.
Although I have to say, putting the gerbil inside the metal cup up your ass backwards, that's a pretty nasty thing too.
Doc, I don't know why I can't shit. Well, did you do anything differently lately? Not that I can think of. I mean, a couple weeks ago, another doctor had me put a cup up my ass, but other than that,
it reminds me of Jackass, where he puts the
car.
The car. Yeah. Oh no, your friends. In fact, you shouldn't even have told me.
Oh shit!
It's just hysterical.
The best was watching him walk to the fucking car in his ass.
So there's some things you deserve. Like, if you're willing to go that far, you deserve it. Yeah. Like I said, I mean, maybe when I was younger, I would have done. Probably when I was younger, if somebody told me to do something on a dare, I'd probably do it.
Yeah.
Now, no.
Also, too, put things in perspective too. So you watch that episode, and he was in a bunch of pain, and that was a fucking little toy car. Imagine that Coke bottle fucking cup in your fucking
Coke
ass.
Bottle cup. And the thing is this can is not even. I mean, this is probably like a 6-inch can. This is not even doesn't do it justice, especially when you see the X-ray.
Yeah,
it's bigger than this. It's like an oil can. It's like a Foster's can.
Shit. The fucking black guy of Coke cans.
Yeah. Horrible.
Fuck, man. I don't know. I have this uncomfortable feeling in my ass. Anything going on lately?
One of the first blog that I ever wrote, right? The first one, and it may have been either, I don't know. It was one of my favorites anyway. I wrote it right after I came back from a fish weekend, like a Super Bowl, they called it. It was like a fish, camping thing.
Okay.
So, like, the last night we're there, right? And there is this, I walk into this fucking porta potty, because it's all listed porta potties. And there is a shit on the porta potty, on the seat, a turd on the seat. Bread. It looked like a fruit cake.
Oh,
that's what it looked like a loaf of bread sitting on the fucking toilet, like somebody just baked it out of the oven. Only it was shit. Of course, I think about this because of putting something that big up your ass, and like something hasn't come out of it, right? And then I walked out of there, and I remember this chick, this blonde girl, in an all white dress, goes to go into the porta potty that I just walked out of, that had the fucking turd on there. And I turned to tell her, no, don't go. And then the door closes.
Mm-hmm. And
she didn't come out. Now, and especially the conditions of that after 3 days of like drunken tweaking, like meth heads.
Sure.
At this show. The bottom of that floor is covered in piss and slime and muck, and you're not hovering. There's no hovering because she'll slip into the shit. So she's got to sit down. And it's dark as fuck. You can't see nothing in there anyway. Like, you're seeing by the moonlight, So this chick sits down there. She hadn't gotten in there in her all white dress.
Yeah, she just put some toilet paper on it. It's fine.
I did like 5 minutes later. Hear, oh God, why? Scream, like scream.
Someone tried the hover.
Oh, yeah, it was not the outcome they were hoping for.
God damn.
Weird. I don't know how things get into those. I don't know how we get into those tangents. Anyway, so it's 12:04, and I'm gonna cut out soon. Just the last thing I want to get into. Have you seen Justice League yet?
No.
Which, the movie?
The the movie Justice League.
I have not.
You have not. Okay. Yeah. Now, yes, it was full of plot holes. It was pretty much no story at all, and a lot of stuff that didn't make sense. All the articles that are being posted about all the plot holes are like accurate. As far as writing goes, there is no writing really. And like I said, in the comics themselves, anything can go basically. But all that being said, sometimes it's okay to have a very simple, hey, this is what's wrong. Now go kill people.
Mm-hmm.
And then the rest of the movie is just them who are already established characters that you already know and love. And it's cool to see them fighting together. And the whole movie, kind of like the Expendables, or like if they took a bunch of your favorite characters from different movies, stories, put them together, like like when Freddy and Jason fought. It's just cool that they're fucking both doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The movie was mostly shit.
There was a part in the second hour where Freddy said something, and shut the fuck up.
Right, exactly. It's just for seeing on the screen. I really enjoyed the shit out of it.
Yep.
And I hate the Batman vs Superman. I hated that movie.
Okay.
Even the Wonder Woman, I didn't think it was as good as everybody else did. I thought the end was cheesy. But I really enjoyed the shit out of this movie. The action, there's a lot of good action. It was funny. It was good, man. I liked it a lot. I would recommend seeing it. Of course, I saw it in IMAX though, giant screen.
Oh, there you go. That kind of helps.
Yeah, it definitely does. But
See, I'm caught in this perpetual fucking loop now, where like I'm so far behind on my fucking movies. I need to just fucking give up this whatever I have. But like, for example, like if a movie that I have never seen before is coming on like cable, like if I don't see the fucking lion roar, I feel like I might have missed something. So like I fucking, if a movie's like 1 minute into it, I can't fucking watch it. So I have to wait.
I'm the same way.
And I always feel like if they have all these movies and they're in success, like Iron Man 1, Iron Man 2, like I can't see 3 before 2 or something like that. So I'm like, I keep holding off. But eventually, I mean, I can't, at this point, I can't fucking catch up even. So I got to fucking give it up to some degree. But yeah.
Iron Man 2 wasn't worth seeing. Iron Man 2, not that it was a terrible movie, not that it was bad, but who cares? It really doesn't, to me, they all have the little clues and shit, the Easter eggs, but once that whatever that Easter egg is supposed to lead to is already revealed, like Civil War or some shit like that, once the next big stage happens, it doesn't matter about the little stupid Easter eggs, and then that movie is just inferior to the rest, so there's no reason to watch it.
I've heard that about a few of them. I definitely still want to see them, but again, I shouldn't not see a good movie because I haven't seen a shitty movie yet.
Right. There's no reason to not see the Avengers movies because you didn't see a second episode of an offshoot. Like, to me, even Iron Man 3. Iron Man 3 was cooler than Iron Man 2. It wasn't great. It wasn't a great movie. Iron Man 1 was the shit. That might be that might be their best one. I like Guardians of the Galaxy. But you don't have to see them all. Not all of them. You like Iron Man 3. If you didn't see it, you're not losing anything from the Avengers stories.
Yeah.
So it's not. I like Doctor Strange a lot, but if you didn't see it, okay.
So you thought because that's one of the ones I was most nervous about.
So what?
The Doctor Strange movie.
I liked it. He's always one of my favorite characters. I liked it though.
Yeah, I always liked Doctor Strange in the comics. But with him, I followed him on and off, but because they always did weird shit with him. You know, like they'd go off on these fucking tangents, and it was just like, yeah, you lost me. But
Yeah.
he's such a fucking cool character.
He is a cool character, but he's like, I mean, Blade's another character that's like that. You know, Blade's only more popular because of those movies with Wesley Snipes, but even those aren't really necessarily true to the character.
No, yeah.
But there's a lot of those characters that are kind of side characters. They're normally, you know what it is about Doctor Strange, and you have a lot of this as a writer. It's important to have side characters that either move a story along or that can move in and out to make ideas fresh, you know, and then to, you know, give you more reason to write new material. So you have your main characters, and then you have those other things, those other guys that you know, like that come in like a character actor, a guy that comes in just to serve a specific purpose and move the story along. And Doctor Strange is really more of those guys who got his own title. And that's one thing, like Marvel is full of that. DC doesn't do it as much. They usually have less titles because their characters usually suck. You know, their big characters are the big characters, and everybody else is garbage. Whereas Marvel, the Punisher started out as that. The Punisher was a guy that in Spider-Man or in Daredevil, he would just show up and just start shooting people. There'd be an issue where he just killed a bunch of people. Oh, the Punisher. Then he got his own titles. Sometimes you can sustain them. Sometimes you can't. You know, even the Punisher, you know, how many more different ways are you going to shoot up a bunch of mobsters?
Yeah.
You know?
Especially when the character is based around like a revenge storyline. It's like, all right, let's say you went back and you killed everybody.
Got revenge.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, they did make, 8 Death Wish movies?
True.
You know, and that's the thing with characters like that. Like Black Panther. I like the Black Panther character, but you're not going to do a whole lot, you know, with that character. Side character.
I do like that we're at a point where some of the side characters, so to speak, right? Because we got you have your Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, right? Like you have your Justice League, you have your X-Men, right? And then you have fucking like stages. I do appreciate that we're in a time where some of those side characters, someone out there is like, you know what? I want to fucking tell his story because he was cool.
I like that too. Like the thing, comics translate better to television. You know, every episode of TV is like an episode of a comic. A comic is 31 pages, whereas an hour TV show is 42 minutes. And if you write a screenplay, it's a minute a page, so it's 42 pages.
Okay.
They're very similar to that. You
have
to have a full story arc in the story in that contained episode, unless it goes 2 or 3 episodes to tell that story, but it's still a small piece. Whereas a movie is one all-inclusive story from beginning to end that is because of the visualization and how it moves, you are telling a lot more of it in that span of time than you would in a comic. They just don't translate the same. So you have the ability to take an Ant-Man and do a singular Ant-Man movie. But how many Ant-Man movies are you going to make? How many are you continue? Sure. You could tell that, you know what I mean? You could do a story or two and it's cool.
Yeah.
How many of you are going to keep doing? So, and the problem with the comic movies is they have 2 issues. They have 2 problems that counteract, you know, like a lot of those movies, the Marvel ones anyway, move like comic books. It's not a big, dramatic, crazy, climatic thing. A lot of people are complaining about the Age of Ultron because it was anticlimactic and, you know, except if you read comics all the time, it reads exactly like an issue of the Avengers would.
Yeah.
It's a title. The Avengers isn't just an annual where they have 75 pages and it's all the conclusion to all everybody's storylines. They're a monthly title, so they have to have monthly stories the same way everybody else does. Sometimes that means fighting a guy that has an anticlimactic.
Yeah,
they move like that.
Yeah.
And people complain about those things, so that kills the ability to tell those little stories. They want the big, stupid, fucking action movies with no story.
That is it's trying to find that balance. And
Right. Marvel's done a good job.
Yeah. And you know what? With the Ant-Man, you don't need to make 5 Ant-Man movies.
No,
Just need
2
one.
is good.
Yep.
Yeah, they're gonna make another one. They have one more
Oh,
scheduled.
do they? Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, because they're gonna introduce Wasp,
Okay.
who is an adventure, but it's again, but a new character.
Yeah.
So, anyway, on that note, it's pretty late. As I rambled on, I don't know how much. I'm gonna try to edit some of this tomorrow.
Yeah, sure.
Remember, take care of the Kinko's guy. And Elvis didn't die. Elvis didn't die. He just went home.
Rock on.
Walt, you were quiet tonight, man.
I was enjoying the conversation that I was hearing.
Oh, all right. That's at least it's one. Thaddeus, we have a fan. Unfortunately, he's on the show.
It's okay as long as we have one.
It's one. It's a start.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Let's see how it all worked out. I don't know if we went over tangents or anything like that. I don't know. We'll have to review the show. But it seemed pretty good.
I don't think it was too bad tonight.
Yeah, I think it flowed pretty well. We'll see. We'll find out.
Yeah.
It could be the worst one. Who knows? All right, guys. Later.
Take care. Have a good night.